Hey, what is up guys? Jeremy here and welcome to another tutorial. So you want to play some old school Nintendo games on your jailbroken device? Well, here's how you're going to do it. Alrighty guys, so the first thing you guys are going to want to do on your device is go ahead and hop up in Cydia and search for Retroarch. Go ahead and download and install this application. I've actually covered it in the past. I did some pretty in-depth tutorials on it, and I've had a lot of people requesting that I do some updated tutorials here on iOS 8, so that's why I'm doing these guides for you guys again, because Retroarch is basically a multi-platform emulator. It's going to allow you to play ROMs for different systems, not just Nintendo. It'd be Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advanced, just a whole bunch of different systems. Also, like Nintendo 64, all that. So go ahead and download and install Retroarch onto your device. Pretty simple and straightforward. We'll go into my folder here. As you guys can see, there is Retroarch on the lower right-hand corner. So once you have Retroarch downloaded and installed on your device, the next thing you're going to want to do is go into either like Safari or Chrome, whatever web browser on your device you want to use. I'm using Chrome just because I prefer Chrome. And you're going to want to go to a website that's going to allow you to download ROM files for free. And there's a ton. And just to keep in mind that there is a copyright kind of thing with ROMs. You can download any ROM you want. Basically, by downloading it, you're saying that you own the hard copy of it. So just keep that in mind. It's not that, in my opinion, not that big of a deal, but that is kind of what the general idea of a ROM is. So it's basically the software, or the software version of the game. All right, so since we are doing Nintendo, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. This website could be updated a bit to work with mobile devices a little bit more efficiently, but it is what it is, and these are free ROMs. So we're going to do Mario. So we're going to do Super Mario, which is an S. So you guys can see I'm kind of navigating through this website. Like I said, you don't have to use freeroms.com. There's a bunch of other ones. You can use coolroms.com is another great one. There's a ton. All you got to do is do a quick Google search. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down here until I see Super Mario. I've actually already downloaded this and given it a go, so just to test it out beforehand, and I'm gonna go ahead and select this one, which doesn't come with Duck Hunt. And so we come to this page here, and we're gonna want to do the direct download for this ROM. If I can keep this nice and straight, so the direct download is right here, as you guys can see. And then we come to this page. Now this is pretty much the same on Chrome as it would be like on Safari. So just go ahead and click on download. It's going to download the ROM. It's going to go very fast because it's actually a very small file. And then you're going to see you can open in. You can choose where to open this file. So we're going to go ahead and click on open in. And as you can see, you could open it in iFile and a bunch of other stuff. But we're going to go ahead and open in Retroarch. So we go ahead and click on that. And then we're going to go ahead and choose our core. We're going to go ahead and do Nintendo NES right here. As you guys can see, this is a Nintendo game. We're gonna go ahead and go to load content, and this is the one we just downloaded. As you guys can see, I've actually tested a few of these out just to try them out. So here we go. We just select on the ROM you downloaded, and boom, we're up and running. Now the overlay, the button overlay, as you guys can see, I have the actual like Nintendo overlay. When you guys first come in here, you're not gonna have that. It's going to be more like a Super Nintendo controller, because it's going to have the B and A, but it's also going to have the X and Y buttons as well. So the way you switch that before we get into playing this game is click on the little Retroarch icon in the middle there, as you guys can see. And then what we're going to want to do is navigate through the Retroarch settings, and these settings are actually very, very much in depth. They allow you to change a lot of stuff and do a lot of things. Like I said, I will be covering a lot of this stuff. I'm just starting it off simple for you guys. So to change the button overlay, what we're going to want to do is go to the core options. Sorry, not core options. We're going to back up here. The settings, and then we go to input options, and then we go to the overlay, which is the first option. And this is where you can choose which overlay you want to use, which button overlay. So Obviously, since this is Nintendo 60 or regular Nintendo, just put on NES. Obviously, if you're doing a Nintendo 64 game, you can use that, or a Sega Genesis, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy. You got even PlayStation down here, Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure Super Nintendo is by default what it's going to be on. So just select on Nintendo, click A, and then you will go ahead and click A again, and then it will switch the buttons on you. So you just click that rotation button right here to rotate the overlay back down. And that's how you switch the buttons. I hope you guys kind of follow along. Again, I'll do it real quick just so you guys know, because I don't like using like Super Nintendo buttons on a Nintendo game. It just drives me nuts. So again, we're gonna go ahead and let's just back out here. So we're gonna go from main menu to settings to input options to overlay preset. Choose Nintendo if that is the gaming system you're using. Click A, and boom, re-rotate. That's the path for that. So we can go ahead and close out of this menu, and we can go ahead and click on start and begin. And as you guys will see, this actually works quite well. I have my audio all the way down just because it will sound probably all kind of messed up with the screen capture and all that, but this does work really good. As you guys can see, the frame rate looks amazing. Like, this is just crispy clean. Sometimes the buttons like to kind of tweak out a little bit, but you are playing a game that is meant to be played on. If I can jump here, jeebus. Can we jump? Thank you. Can I make it? There we go. Alright, but yeah, like I was saying, you are playing a game that is meant to be played with a controller on a touchscreen device, so, it is going to feel a little weird at first. It's going to take a little bit of practice to get better, but it does work really, really well, in my opinion. The frame rate, everything looks great. So that's basically all there is to it, guys. That's how you're going to play Nintendo games on your iPhone or iPod or even iPad. Obviously, this is jailbroken on iOS 8.4, and this is just going to be one of the beginning tutorials. Like I said, I'll be, pumping out a bunch of different tutorials to help you guys out to get this working properly. Also, you can use certain controllers and stuff like that with it, which is really awesome, and we'll get into that a little bit further in the tutorials because it's kind of confusing. But yes, you can use a controller with your iPhone to play these games, and it's pretty sick. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up, and if you guys want to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.